Howling time. Welcome to another episode of It's Howling Time with the Howling Wolf. Here, gonna give you selections for February 6th, 2020. I'm gonna be giving you two tracks. I'm gonna be doing one race from each track. The first race is gonna be at Gulfstream Park. It is be race number 4. It is going a mile distance for maiden claiming $50,000. We got a field of 9 running. You got your morning line favorite, which is the number 4, Blessed Journey, at morning line odds at 7-2. My top selection is going to be the number 2, Niles Channel. Niles Channel is morning line odds is at 6-1. It's by Shackelford out of a Candy Ride mare. The only time it ran was on January 11th at Gulfstream Park on a fast track, going 6 furlongs for maiden special weight, $50,000. Was 6th by 14 1/4 lengths. Had to go wide around that turn and had no chance at all, but was coming up strong late into the stretch. The workouts have been on January 5th and Gulfstream Park, going 5 furlongs on a fast track, did it in 1 minute, 0.03.15 seconds breezing, was the 28th best out of the 35 workouts that day. Then the workout after that was on January 21st at Gulfstream Park, going 4 furlongs on a fast track, did it in 48.81 seconds breezing, was the 5th best out of the 9 workouts that day. Then for the last workout, it was on January 28th at Gulfstream Park, going 5 furlongs on a fast track, did it in 1 minute, 0.01.21 seconds breezing, was the 2nd best out of the 6 workouts that day. Well, I see here the pedigree reads it could go a bit longer than the 6 furlongs it did last time. If it doesn't have to, it could be inside, but if it stays a bit out, but not too far out, but stays back a bit, and being like in the stalking the pace setter or something, you should see it coming on strong and late, especially with this drop in class a bit. It should help a lot. That make ability to run strong and late. So again, for my top selection at Gulfstream Park in race number 4, going a mile distance for maiden claiming $50,000, it is the number 2, Niles Channel, at morning line odds at 6-1. Now for my second choice, it is going to be the number 6, Embrace Uncle. Morning line odds is at 6-1. It's by Shanghai Bobby out of a Midnight Loop mare. Last time ran was on January 25th at Gulfstream Park, going a mile and 1/16 distance for maiden special weight, $50,000. Was 7th by 16 3/4 lengths. Had to go a bit wide and gave way after everything. The time before that, it ran on December 29th at Gulfstream Park on a fast track, going a mile distance for maiden claiming $50,000. Was 2nd by 2 lengths. Was outside and cleared out into the turn and was the 2nd best all the way through. The time before that, it ran on October 27th at Woodbine, going 6 furlongs for maiden special weight, $71,000. Came up 5th by 5 1/4 lengths. Had to go 2 to 3 wide, made it close into the stretch, and was strong. The workouts have been on December 22nd at Gulfstream Park, going 5 furlongs on a fast track, was in 1 minute, 0.01.15 seconds breezing, was the 26th best out of the 48 workouts that day. What I see here with this one, getting Paco Lopez aboard is a plus. The pedigree reads it should be okay at this distance, and the drop in class should help, especially showing it up in distance would be a good plus. You see this one coming up, maybe be stalking to mid pack, and then making that late kick that it has into the stretch. So you see this one coming on strong, very strong and late. But the pedigree is that's what scared me. It reads that it could go at this distance to maybe a little shorter. The only thing is the plus is that Paco Lopez is aboard, and Paco Lopez has been great, doing great at Gulfstream Park. So again, for my second choice, and Gulfstream Park, race number 4, it is the number 6, Embrace My Uncle at morning line odds at 6-1. Now for my horse to watch. My horse to watch in Gulfstream Park, it is going to be the number 9, Lemon Drop Candy. Lemon Drop Candy is morning line odds is at 10-1. It's by Lemon Drop Kid out of a trippy mare. The only time it ran was on November 6th at Churchill Downs on a good track on the turf, going a mile distance for maiden special weight $95,000. Was 10th by 16 1/4 lengths. Was bothered at the start, was early through, and lost the ground. The workouts have been on January 4th, going 4 furlongs on the training at Prairie Meadows. It went at 50.45 seconds breezing, was the 59th best out of the 68 workouts that day. The next workout was on January 18th at Palm Meadows training course. It went on a fast track, went 50.90 seconds breezing, was the 57th best out of the 80 workouts that day. Then the next workout was on January 26th at Palm Meadows training course, going 4 furlongs on a fast track. Did it in 49.85 seconds breezing, was the 24th best out of the 41 workouts that day. Then for the last workout, it was on February 2nd at Palm Meadows training course, going 4 furlongs on a fast track. Did it in 49 seconds flat breezing, was the 14th best out of the 43 workouts that day. Well, I see with this one, it's staying the distance, but dropping in class, the big drop in class. If it doesn't get bothered, it shouldn't get bothered from being on the outside. It should help out the horse coming up strong and late, being out there pretty quick. So if it gets that killing trip and tries to go in the race a bit, you should see this one coming on very strong and late, especially at this drop in class. So it should be maybe facing a whole lot easier to make the horse come up for a great win or even in the money. So again, for my horse to watch at Gulfstream Park in race number 4, it is the number 9 Lemon Drop Kid at morning line odds at 10-1. So to recap my selections for the Gulfstream Park race, it is the number 2 Niles Channel at morning line odds at 6-1. The second choice is the number 6 Embrace My Uncle at morning line odds at 6-1. And for my horse to watch, it is the number 9 Lemon Drop Candy at morning line odds at 10-1. So let's see what we're going to start off with the second race. It is going to be the Fairgrounds race. It is going to be race number 5. is going for allowance optional claiming $17,500 going a mile and 70 yards. We got a field of 6 running. Your morning line favorite is going to be the number 5, Resina, at morning line odds at 5-2. My top selection is going to be the number 6, Signia Dreams, at morning line odds at 7-2. Is by First Samurai out of a Flower Alley mare. Last time ran was on January 11th at the fairgrounds on a muddy track going a mile and 70 yards for claiming $30,000. Was first by length and a half. Was up in the second place, got inside, and made the rail bid inside to win. The time before that ran on December 13th at the fairgrounds on a firm turf going a mile distance for claiming $30,000, non-winners are 2. Came up 5th by 2 3/4 lengths. Again, it had to go outside, then moved inside. It just got out-kicked, and didn't have enough in it. The time before that, it ran on March 1st at the fairgrounds on a sloppy track going a mile distance for maiden claiming $30,000. Got first by a length and a half. Had to go 4 to 6 wide. Then went into it, going a little wider after that. And was gaining ground right into the stretch to come up late for a fast win there. The workouts have been on December 30th, going 3 furlongs on a fast track at the fairgrounds. Did it in 36 seconds breezy. Was the best out of the 8 workouts that day. Then the next workout was on January 5th, going 3 furlongs on a fast track at the fairgrounds. Did it in 37 seconds breezing. Was the third best out of the 15 workouts that day. Then for the last workout, it was on January 25th, going 3 furlongs on the fast track at the fairgrounds. Did it in 37.20 seconds breezing. Was the 6th best out of the 13 workouts that day. Well, I see here, it loves the sloppy tracking, loves the fairgrounds. Should be able to come up strong and late. It's just the type of level is kind of scaring me that it should help out after being a win and knows how to come up on this course strong for a late kick and come on very strong. If it doesn't go wide like it usually does, if it goes inside from being on the outside, going inside, it should be a great plus and a help. And staying in mid-pack and make that move right around the first stretch to come up strong and late and hold off all the incoming horses. So again, for my top selection, it is the number 6, Cynthia Dreams, at morning line odds at 7-2. And now for my second choice, it is going to be the number 4, Fashion Island, at morning line odds at 6-1. Is by Magli Dioro out of a Bernardini mare. Last time ran on January 5th at the fairgrounds on a fast track going a mile and 1/16 distance for allowance optional claiming $17,500, non-winners of 1. Came up third by 10 lengths. Was inside the turn. Was out in the mid-pack and making that move into the stretch to come up that good third. The time before that, it ran on December 20th at the fairgrounds on a firm turf, going a mile and 1/16 for allowance $41,000, non-winners of 1. Came up 8th by 6.5 lengths. Again, was inside the turns and was no threat. Then the time before that, it ran on November 23rd at Churchill Downs on a sloppy track. Went 1 mile distance for maiden claiming $40,000. was first by 2 1/4 lengths. Was up in the stalking the pace setter, then around that turn just came up and was first all the way through and almost was tiring out, but made it, still hung on. The workouts have been on December 31st, going 3 furlongs at the fairgrounds, going 36 seconds breezing, was their third best at 11 workouts that day. Then for the next workout, it was on January 17th, going 4 furlongs on a fast track at the fairgrounds. Did it in 49.2 seconds breezing gallop, was the 12th best out of the 59 workouts that day. Then for the last workout, it was on January 26th, going 4 furlongs on a good track at the fairgrounds, going 50.2 seconds breezing, was the 21st best out of the 46 workouts that day. Well, I see with this race, it's joining back up in distance. Also, too, it's going back on the dirt, and it's going to be kind of sloppy. It kind of likes the wet course. It's 1-4-2, so it's only ran twice on the sloppy track, but it has a good running aboard it. It's getting Robbie Alvarado aboard, which should be a great plus. The trainer-jockey combination's at 33%. It should be able to get this horse if he gets the horse into great position, you'll see this one coming on very strong and late to hopefully come up for that good win and a great price. So again, for my second choice, it is the number 4, Fashion's Island, at moneyline odds at 6-1. And now it's time for my horse to watch. My horse to watch is going to be the number 2, Blunt's Forest, at moneyline odds at 7-2. It's by Mucho Macho Man at a Casa de Omer. Last time ran on January 11th at the fairgrounds on a muddy track going 1.70 miles for claiming $30,000. Came up second by a length and a half. Went out to the 4 path and then had a great bid and was stalking all the way through to get that good second behind my top selection, Insignia Dream. The time before that, it ran on November 22nd at Churchill Downs on a sloppy track going 1 1/16 distance for claiming $30,000, non-winners of 2. Came up third by 5 lengths. Made a bold bid into the side and all the way through and flying out into the stretch to get that third. The time before that ran on October 10th at Keeneland on a fast track going 1 1/16 distance for claiming $30,000, non-winners of 2. Came up 5th by 10.5 lengths. Was chasing through and tired out into the stretch. The workouts have been on December 7th, going 4 furlongs on a fast track at the fairgrounds. Did it in 50.80 seconds breezing. Was the 81st best out of the 92 workouts that day. Then the next workout was on December 24th, going 5 furlongs on a fast track at the fairgrounds. Did it in 1:01.4 seconds handily. Was the 7th best out of the 40 workouts that day. Then for the last workout, it was on January 5th, going 4 furlongs on a fast track at the fairgrounds. Did it in 50.60 seconds breezing. Was the 101 best out of the 100 something workouts that day. Sorry for that. I didn't made a little printing error there. The reason I say this horse to watch is the pedigree reads that it should like a good to sloppy track and so forth. It just, with the horse coming up strong and late, maybe if it stays off and being out into being inside more should help out the horse to come up and maybe set to be stalking that pace setter to coming on strong and late. It shows the ability that into the stretch it has that great late kick. So again, for my horse to watch in the fairgrounds, race number 5, it is the number 2 Blunt Force at morning line odds at 7-2. Again, to recap my selections, my top selection is the number 6, a Signitia Dream at morning line odds at 7-2. My second choice is the number 4, Fashion Island at morning line odds at 6-1. And my horse to watch, it is the number 2, Blunt Force at morning line odds at 7-2. And remember, when you're cashing with the Wolf, it's howling time. Good luck, everyone, and let's cash in those tickets. I hope everyone has a great day at handicapping. And if you guys like to follow me, you can follow me on my Facebook page and like my podcast here so you can listen out some more. My Facebook page is Howling Wolf Sports and more. And my Twitter handle is Howler92. Good luck, everyone, and let's make that money.